drivers will begin to buckle in, and on a beautiful day in Dover, Delaware, we will find out how race number 2 in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup unfolds. Here comes the flyover. FA-18s, much to the delight of this huge crowd. The engines fire, the fields rolls onto the Monster Mile next. July 6, 1969, the first big NASCAR race was run here in Dover. Richard Petty won it. There were 25,000 seats here then. 40 years later, there are 135,000 seats surrounding the Monster Mile, most filled with fans today to see the second race in the 2008 chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Most of the title contenders have good records here. We will see after 400 miles who had a good day and who leaves mad at the end of the afternoon. Right now, let's go upstairs and get set for the call of today's race and say hello to Dr. Jerry Punch. Doc?
Thanks, Alan. Nice job down there. Well, folks, here's how the points shake it after round 1 in the chase for the Sprint Cup. Only 99 points separate the top 11. Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards are deadlocked atop the standings. The big loser at Loudon, Kyle Busch, has fallen back to 8th spot after a 34th place finish. And take a note, folks, 6 of the 12 chase contenders will start 20th or worse. Could there be trouble brewing here on the High Banks concrete in Dover, Delaware? Hello, everyone. Along with Dale Jarrett and Andy Petrie, I'm Jerry Punch. Glad to have you with us. And, folks, there's a reason this track is nicknamed the Monster Mile here, because back in the spring on lap 18, there was a 10-car crash that left 5 of our current chase drivers with a 35th or worse place finish. Now, if you're one of the 6 chasers starting toward the back of the pack today, how do you avoid trouble in the early laps?
It's really hard at this racetrack because you have more room to maneuver actually in the corners than you do the straightaway. And it's blind when you get to the straightaway, and it's a big funnel. All these cars are going to go to one spot, and that's what causes all these big wrecks. And these guys that are starting in the back have got to be careful.
Yeah, these guys have to be careful, not only on the start of this race, but for those that went over to the casino this week, they're hoping that they didn't use up all of their luck, because this goes all day long on the restarts, and even as they get into traffic, it's going to be very treacherous. They have to be on top of their game all day.
The feel-good story of the weekend involves the 2 fan favorites on the front row, Jeff Gordon and Mark Martin, who have combined for 75 starts and 8 wins here. Now, with one of these drivers in the chase and one not, could their strategies differ here today?
I don't think so, Doc. I think both of these guys really need a win. They're going to do whatever it takes to get it here today. I don't think you're going to see, even though Mark Martin doesn't have a lot to lose and Jeff Gordon potentially does because he's in the chase, I think they both go for the win.
Yeah, I think they got to go for the win. The only thing that could differ, end of the race, fuel mileage, Mark Martin can go for it a little bit more.
We are set. The drivers are getting buckled in as we go trackside for the command.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for those most famous words in motorsports, I present to you the chairman and CEO of Camping World, Mr. Marcus Lemonis.
If you're proud to be an American, get on your feet and make some noise. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Crank them up, gang, crank them up. Fired up. All right, fire up. We're just have some fun. All right, have a good day out there, guys. We get solid pits down there. Let's go win this thing.
Engines have fired, and 43 of NASCAR's finest are set to hunker down for 400 laps on the Monster Mile. Our in-race reporter today grew up about 2 hours from here in Marietta, New Jersey, and fittingly collected his very first career Cup win here in 2007. When we come back, we'll visit with Martin Truex Jr. from the starting grid. Back in just a moment.